Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. Today is our NFL Draft Prospect Special. Today we're going to highlight Kyler Gordon, defensive back out of Washington University, the Washington Huskies out of Seattle. So if you like the video today, please comment and share it. And today's video is presented by betonline.com, associate of Bleed Podcast Network. Well, people, the Super Bowl is over with. Now we can turn all attention to the NFL draft, and we're going to turn the heat up from every position. But today we're going to talk about the cornerback position. As I mentioned, the young man, Kyler Gordon, University of Washington. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm Vincent Turner, and I'm so blessed today. Been blessed for the last 2 years because I got a gentleman that played this game at a high level. See, this ain't about I'm reading a bunch of books. I'm Mel Kiper Jr. I'm Todd Mache. I got royalty. He played the game at a high level. Started the tradition down there at Florida State. The two teams that he was on his junior and senior years were the first Florida State teams to play in a major bowl against Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. And he was a mainstay. And he's going to be mad at me when I bring this up. He was a first-round pick in the 1981 NFL draft by the Atlanta Falcons. Played 12 years in the league. But today I did a video on the greatest draft ever, the 83 draft. And he always tells me, look here, Vince, it's the 81 draft. But I'm so proud and so honored to have him on with me today to talk about these great players at the cornerback position, all seriousness. He tells me every tidbit about playing at this league at the cornerback position. And today, he's going to break down Kyler Gordon out of the University of Washington. My man, Falcons royalty, Florida State royalty, Bobby Butler from the 305 Delray Beach, Florida. How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. You mentioned Delray, man. I just got excited.
Yes, sir.
Y'all call me Delray.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, listen.
Kyler Gordon, baby.
Hey, Kyler Gordon, man, is an exceptional talent. 6 feet, 200 pounds. I mean, he's got the size, full body player, and he plays with strength, right? So, you know, and here's what I like about him. He has the length to play against big receivers and tight ends. He also can play both inside and outside. So that says a lot about him. I would just, without knowing Vincent, I didn't go this deep, but I would say this guy has a safety background in high school or somewhere with the way he plays the game, right? He's a very physical ball player. And, you know, the guy's he's a baller, right? So in the NFL, he won't be locked down to one thing. He won't be just a slot corner. He just won't be an outside corner. He can play both. And I'm going to tell you the other thing he can do. He can also move to safety, right? I like the way he lay hands on receivers at the line. Y'all know I love laying hands on people, right? I love to see cornerbacks reroute receivers, right, and throw out the timing of the passing game. There's no better defense than that, is to reroute a receiver and throw out the timing in the passing game. And he does that, right? Plays the ball in the air very well. So when that ball is in the air, he knows how to locate it. I saw his highlight tape. I saw probably the best play. He could be the number one, number two player of the year at the cornerback position. You know, where he went up high, caught the ball at the highest point, and left his feet in bounds, both feet in bounds, like he was a receiver, a very seasoned receiver. I like that. When we talking about so he's got ball skills, right? Here's the other thing I love about him. If I can teach this one thing to every corner, you know, their lives will be a lot easier. He does not panic. When he's beat, he does not panic, right? So a lot of kids, when they're beat deep, they panic, and when they finally catch up, they just run the receiver over. That's an automatic flag. Well, if you're beat, Vincent, with a long pass, if the quarterback put it on him, you can't do nothing anyway. So you just keep running, and as you start to catch up, because the ball is underthrown, when you get there, just turn and look back and make a play on the ball. He's good at that. He does not panic. And I love that. He also played the opposite corner of Trent McDuffie. This team right here is University of Washington arguably have the best cornerback tandem in the nation, right? And so here's what I like about it. You got a good corner on the other side. Guess what? You're going to get action, right? And this young man stepped up to the plate and had a very good season. Vincent, I got this guy with a good grade. You know, we're loaded this year at the cornerback position, right, coming out. But yet and still, he's still ranked the overall 11th corner on the board. And I got a third-round grade on Kyler Gordon. He's going to make a fabulous pro. Why? Because he can play outside. He can play inside. He has the physicality to play on the next level. I think this guy's going to be a good pro football player.
What I like about him, as always, when I look at these great prospects, the production. 97 career tackles in the 2-year span he started. Right. 43 last year. Mm-hmm. You brought up his background. He was a wide receiver in high school.
Okay.
We had 82 receptions, 2,200 yards, and 25 touchdowns.
Oh, okay.
And he had 16 interceptions.
Oh.
But, Bobby, I'm going to tell you this. I'm not an expert, of course. I didn't play the game as high level as you done. But I think leading up to draft day, when they have the combine and they've been able to test him on these campuses, I wouldn't be surprised to see hhim slide up in the first round.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a young man, as we all know, freakazoid. 42-inch vertical.
Yes, sir.
Pro agility drill, 3.87. 40.43. Background in dancing, kung fu, and ballet.
Okay, all right.
Then an academic All-American. Comes from a university, Washington University. Can I say Ray Horton? Can I say Nasby Glasgow? Can I say Sidney Jones? Can I say Kenny King? Can I say Mario Bailey? Bruder Baker?
Yes, sir.
Then I was in school back in the time I was just on the other side of the earth. I was up there in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And his game really reminds me of the Hatchet brothers that played at Texas. But he's bigger and more physical.
Bigger and physical.
And a little bit, you should know him, Vance Beffert.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of Marcy Cade, all out of University of Texas. Then from a coverage standpoint, big guy, a more physical Raymond Claiborne.
Yeah.
And when you say hands, the hands are similar than Mr. Stickum, University USA, Lester Hayes. I love the young man.
Oh, yes.
He's the guy, to me, is flying under the radar, man.
Yes.
Productions, like I said, 2-year starting, 97 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 2 interceptions. Got an NFL frame, and he's physical.
Very physical.
And he looks, and it looks to me high football IQ, but you look at certain football players, man, and one thing about, you can tell when a guy is very confident out there on the field. He doesn't waste no time. Whether he makes a mistake or not, he's right there putting his nose into play.
Absolutely.
To be honest, I like him better than Trent McDuffie. I'm just keeping it real because of his size and then his ability. Bobby, this guy jumped 42 inches in high school.
Oh, explosive. He's explosive.
And he ran a 4.3.
Yes, sir.
And he's got that thump like the young man out of San Fernando, California, one of your best friends, a draft mate, and Ronnie Lott.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Reminds you a lot of Ronnie Lott coming into the league when Ronnie played cornerback, but he's more faster and more physical.
Right.
Final words about Kyler Gordon, Mr. Bobby Butler.
Well, Kyler Gordon is a physical corner, Vincent, who excels at tackling. I mean, he runs through the ball carriers, delivering strong blows all over the field, man. You know, he's a great blitzer. I mean, we didn't talk about that, but he's a great blitzer who plays fast. And this is what I like. He shows the ability to shoot the gap, right? I mean, so he made great plays on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to say this. I'm in agreement with you, Vincent. If he get to the NFL Combine and put that 4.3 time up, he's going earlier than the third round grade, right? I believe that. They got him listed right now as the number 11 corner overall. But you know, that 40 time can change the game. You know, when a guy's got like a 42-inch vertical, that shows me he's very explosive, right? As a pass defender, however, you know, he does a real great job and is able to see routes develop in front of him, like when he's in a zone coverage. And so I like teams like, you know, like the 49ers play a lot of cover 3. The Steelers, the Rams play cover 3. Here's a guy who's smart and got an IQ and know how to play that cover 3 really well. You know, I like to see him drafted by, you know, a team like that can really benefit and use his skills. But here's the thing about him now. He's very versatile. He can play inside and outside. So it don't matter who drafted him. He's going to find his way, you know, and I love this guy, man. I can't wait to see him play on Sundays.
Final words about Kyler Gordon. First, I want to give special thanks to our producer, Mr. Logan Landers, for making it happen this morning. Then, today's video is presented by betonline.com, associate of the Bleed Podcast Network. Well, man, looking at the guy background, a ballet dancer, kung fu, then that vertical, is only one thing that I can say about him, Mr. Butler. Freakazoids. Robots, please report to the 2022 NFL Draft. And please report to the football field. Kyler Gordon's going to be a freakazoid on the next level.
Yes,
I'll be very shocked if he don't make an impact at the cornerback position in the National Football League.
Yes,
so if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I've been Mr. Football, Vincent Turner, and joining me, Florida State legend, royalty, leadership, father figure, Mr. Bobby Butler, 12-year veteran of the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm going to tell you this, it's a lot of people ain't played 12 years in the National Football League. That's a story within itself, and that's an honor. God bless. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'm Vincent Turner, Bobby Butler of 100 Yards of Football.
Peace.